但以理书第11章23到45节，他与那军结盟之后，必行诡诈，他必上来，以微小的民成为强盛。And once he has made an alliance with him, he will practice deceit and will go up and become mighty with a small group of people. Amen. 他趁人安稳的时候，并进到国中及肥美之地，行他列祖和他列祖之祖所未曾行的。他必将掳物、掠物和财宝散给众人，又设计攻打保障。然而这都是暂时的。In a time of security, he will enter even the richest parts of the kingdom and will do that which his fathers never did, nor his fathers' fathers. Prey, spoil, and the riches will he scatter among them, and against the strongholds he will devise strategies, but only for a while. Amen. 第25节，他必奋力鼓勇，率领大军攻击南方王，南方王也必以极大的极强的军兵与他征战，却站立不住，因为有人设计谋害南方王。And he will stir up his power and his heart against the king of the south with a great army. And the king of the south will stir himself up to wage war with the extremely great and mighty army of his own. But he will not stand, for strategies will have been devised against him. Amen. 那些施王善时的必毁坏他，他的军队必如洪水泛滥，多人必被杀扑倒。And those who eat of his choice provision will destroy him, and his army will overthrow, and many will fall down slain. 27节 And as for both of these kings, their hearts will be to do evil. Wow. And they will speak lies across the table, but that they do not success, for the end is still at the appointed time. Amen. 至于这二王，他们心怀邪恶，同席说谎，但所行的必不成功，因为到了定期。For the end is still at the appointed time. 结局才来到。Amen. Then the king of the north will return to his island with great riches, but his heart will be set against the holy covenant, and he will take action and will return his land. 北方王必带许多财宝往回本地，他的心却反对圣约，任意而行，回到本地。At the appointed time, he will return and come against the south. But this later time will not be like the former time. Amen. For ships of Kittim will come against him, 因为基提战船必来攻击他。Therefore, he will be disheartened, 丧胆 and will turn away, and he will be enraged at the holy covenant and will take action. When he turns away, he will focus his attention on those who forsake the holy covenant. Amen. 第31节 And forces from him will arise and profane the sanctuary, establishing the fortress and removing the daily sacrifice. And they will set up the abomination that desolate. 他必起兵亵渎圣所 这就是保障，且要除掉日常的献祭，他们必设立那造成荒凉的可憎之物。Amen. And with his smooth words, he will cause those who act wickedly toward the covenant to be profane. But the people who know their God will show strength and take action. 作恶违背圣约的人，他必用花言巧语使他们被玷污。唯独认识神的子民必刚强行事。Amen. But the people who know their God will show strength and take action. And those with insight among the people will cause the many to understand. Yet they will fall by sword and by flames, by captivity and by plundering for some days. And when they fall, they will be helped with a little help. And many will join themselves to them in word only. Amen. 有许多人只用谄媚的话依附他们 in word only. And some of those with insight will fall in order to refine the people and to purify and cleanse them until the time of the end. For the end is still at the appointed time. Amen. And the king will do as he pleases, and he will exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, and against the God of gods he will speak extraordinary thing, and he will prosper until the indignation is complete. For what has been determined will be done, and he will not regard the gods of his fathers, or the desire of a woman. Amen. Nor will he regard any other god, for he will magnify himself above all. But he will honor instead the God of the fortresses, indeed a God whom his fathers did not know. He will honor with gold, silver, precious stones, and the treasures. Amen. And he will take action against the most fortified of the fortress with the help of a foreign god. He will increase the honor of those who acknowledge him and will cause them to rule over many. And he will divide the land to them as a reward. Amen. And at the time of the end, the king of the south will push against him, and the king of the north will storm back at him with chariots and horsemen and many ships, and he will enter the countries and overflow and pass through. Amen. And he will also enter the beautiful land, and the many countries will fall, but these will slip away from his hand, Edom, Moab, and the foremost of the children of Ammon. Amen. Then he will stretch forth his hand against the countries, and for the land of Egypt there will be no escape. And he will have a control over the hidden stories of gold and silver, and over all the precious things of Egyptians and the Libyans and the Cushites will follow in his steps, But news from the east and from the north will trouble him, and he will go forth with great wrath, destroying and exterminating many. Amen. And he will pitch the tents of his palace between the sea and the beautiful holy mountain, but he will come to his end, and there will be no one to help him. Amen.